We could do it, yeah.
Okay, we're live. We're live.
Okay,
we're
live, folks.
We're live.
How are you? It's Wednesday, and that means that it is your weekly episode of Mauls, Balls, and All. So a very good morning, a very good afternoon, and a very good evening to you all, wherever you may be watching this, whether you're watching us live, on repeat, on YouTube, on the Rook This page. Listen, join in. Offer us a comment, give us your opinion on whatever we happen to be talking about. We could be talking shite. Call us out.
We usually do.
We usually do. Joining me this evening is the familiar faces of Mike Reedy. How are you, Mike? How are you?
Very good, buddy. Very good.
Are you well? Good, man. Claire Devney. Claire, how are you doing?
Hello.
And welcoming back, he's been absent for a week or two through no fault of his own. Life gets in the way. We're all busy. Matt Boland, welcome back. How the hell are you?
Delighted to be back.
Good.
Evening, Matthew.
All right. Are we all well in ourselves, as I always ask people?
All great, yes. Buddy. All great.
All alive.
Right. Now, folks, one thing we'll kick off. Let me just have a quick look here, because I took a photograph of this because it was actually quite outstanding. Argentina versus Australia. On the 30th minute, yeah. Matt Boland, I'm going to come to you first on this. On the 30th minute, the scoreline was Argentina 3, Australia 20.
Correct. Full
time, it was Argentina 67, Australia 27. Which meant that, folks, the Pumas outscored the Wallabies. By the way, this is a post I put into the group. The Pumas outscored the Wallabies 64 points to 7 in the final 50 minutes of that game. Matt, how far have Australia fallen? I think they're down to they're 9th in the world rankings now. Not that I lend any credence or pay any attention to the world rankings, but just it's an indicative thing. They're down to 9th in the world. What the hell's going on?
Soon enough, they're going to drop out of the top 10 if they keep playing like that. I didn't watch the whole game, and when I knew I was coming on here again tonight, I had a quick look at the highlights of both games, and I'd seen the results obviously through the news and paper and social media and all that sort of stuff. Couldn't quite believe it myself. Didn't realize what was going on, but I did see like Australia were 17 points ahead at one point, and it looked like for all purpose that Australia had in that first kind of 30 minutes, they actually looked quite decent, and it looked like Joe Schmidt had done something with the team because they weren't performing before that. But halftime came and it was like 3 points in it or something, and then the second half, they scored fucking three or four tries in the last 6 minutes of that game.
Yeah,
it was 47-27, and it was 74 minutes on the clock. And at that point, I mean, they weren't going to win the game anyway, but then fucking another 3 or 4 tries at within a few. And some of them, I looked at a couple of them, there was breakaway Australia or Argentinian players, and there was 7 or 8 fucking Australian players around them, and not one fucking tackle made. It's backwards they're going, unfortunately, and I think they will drop out of the top 10 soon enough.
They're drawing Wales in the bottom. Yeah. The dry Wales.
And the fact that they're same par as Wales, and we know how shite Wales have been the last couple of years, and Jesus, it's desperate stuff for Australia. It really is. I feel for Joe Schmidt. I really do. Clearly, it's clearly a big problem over there in Australia. It's the fifth most popular sport. I mean, most Australians will watch footy, or whatever they call it. Aussie rules is footy over there, and that's what they all play. Yeah. But it seems to me that that's where all the kids want to go and play. Maybe that's where the money is. I have no idea.
I don't know what the wages are.
The salaries in Aussie rules and in NRL are extortionate. Yeah, it's like they don't pair with footballer over here. Yeah.
I would imagine I'd say some of them that are going into professional rugby are probably looking at Aussie rules and going, fuck it, I'll get better fucking pay there, so I'll just go there.
Yeah.
And I'd say there's a lot of that going on. And look at the amount of teams that are in. I think it's the league, what we call the league, but they call it the ladder. fucking because they're Aussies. They just want to be fucking different. But
Of course.
there's fucking 20 or 30 teams in it, like, you know,
Yeah.
and they're all pros. And God knows how many
Claire.
other leagues are in.
Sorry, Matt, I didn't want to jump across you.
No,
Just
go ahead.
before I come to you, Claire, on this point, hello to Megan Augusta, Bevan Marie, hello, Bevan, Gregor Galway, Joe Lyons, yeah, fucking devil.
Good evening, everybody.
How are you, Joe? Joe waved a white flag. I was slagging Joe earlier on the post. That's where that's coming from. Hi, Joe. Good to have you. Gregor Galway says the Wallabies are playing like a team of spoofers. Thanks, Gregor. That's probably in reference to the team that we put up there earlier. Gregor Galway, evening. Megan chatting with Gregor. Okay, Claire. This Australian team to go that much unanswered. The defense was brutal. I mean, what the fuck is going on with Australia?
As Matt said, I watched it. I watched the first 30 minutes. I was like, oh, they're actually doing okay. This is good. I don't know. I came back, and at half time, it was like, just still ahead. This is good. And after about 10 minutes, I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? You know what I mean? And at one stage, at 47-27, I was like, right, I'm going for a smoke. And I came back, and I was like, what just, like, time up? It was like, they scored 50 points in the second half. They scored 50 points in 40 minutes. That's more than a point a minute. Yeah. And they get some points now. Like, that was just, it was what was it? Wasn't it that? Just stop, they're already dead. Just stop. And at one stage I was like, oh no, just stop, they're dead. Just leave them. Like, is it to do with the fact that they don't care? They don't care about their team? Or is it just that they're getting paid enough and like at one stage you were saying it was the coach, they brought in a new coach and it was bad.
Yeah. I don't know, Claire. I don't know.
I don't think anyone know. And let's be honest, Joe is not a bad old coach. Like, it'd be different if you put Warren Gatland in there, because we know, like, you know what I mean, Wales. But Joe is a good coach, and he's still, like, he's lost all his games so far.
Yeah, true. Okay.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, they've won 3.
Yeah.
They've won 3 out of 6.
Yeah. Well, right. He's lost 50% of them. Oh no, he was like that when he came over to Leinster, wasn't he? He did start out kind of not great with Leinster either at the start, after coming in after Matt O'Connor. So that says a lot.
I think you know, you're right, Claire. I think there is a kind of a bedding in period for a lot of coaches. I mean, Graham Rowntree with Munster went through it, and he's turned that around. I think there is that kind of period. But it just looks like Australia are just they're struggling for. And they have
the next World. They have the next World Cup.
And the Lions Tour. Bet your bottom dollar I wouldn't be paying $40,000 to go to the Lions Tour for the 3 weeks or the 3.5 weeks. No, not at all. Mike Reedy, what do you think is happening here? I mean, that was, I said it in the group, it was a record, not in a good way, for Australia.
Yeah.
It was the most points that they've ever shifted in a test match, and I think it was the most points they've ever lost by whatever the hell it was. What the hell has gone wrong?
I don't know, Peter, because... Well, sure, they won the week before. Like, they won 30 to 29 the week before against the same opposition. So how can it change so much in a week? No,
but they won by the skin of their teeth the week before. It was
they did.
They won over the week before.
Yeah, but there's a fucking nearly a 90-point turnaround.
Yeah, but that difference, that was more of a point of Argentina being shite than Australia being good the week before. It was more that Argentina were shite than Australia.
I didn't see the game the week before, so I couldn't give any comment on that. But I think it's wrong to put the blame at Joe Schmidt's door alone. He's taken on a bit of a poison chalice there, coming in on the back of Eddie Jones. I mean, Eddie Jones has taken him to a low that I don't think nobody have ever experienced. And like, it wasn't just the results; it was the way they played, everything about it. And he kind of took the heart out of Australian rugby in a way. He has that ability, by the way. Him alone, he has. And he got touted as being this great fucking man of rugby, and he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's fucking clueless. But anyway,
Eddie fucking Jones.
Eddie Jones. Yeah, Eddie Jones. Yeah.
He's a poison. He's a
But,
poison chalice. He's done with all of them. Done with every team.
he just he took Australia down like to depths that they shouldn't be at. But I think Joe will eventually point them in the right direction. You know, they're struggling for quality players. There's no doubt about it that the player level is substandard for Australian. Now they have obviously New Zealand to face now this fucking next 2 games. Jesus, man, that's not going to be pretty either.
Well, I tell you, Mike and Matt and Claire. I remember I was reminded of this. I was looking back. I just can't believe how far Australia have fallen. I was looking at teams from years ago when I was growing up watching. You had Campese.
Back in the dark ages.
Back in the dark age, you had Campese, you had John Eales, you had Tim Horan, you had Michael Lina. You know, he actually Nusafora was on that squad as well. Like these, like that particular squad, like it's just, I just can't believe how far they've fallen. To be honest with you,
there's not one player playing from now that would have gotten to that team. Not even one. There's currently, like, the slipper has equal Gregan's test appearance record. But they, I watched the game. I watched the full game, and I remember commenting to you. We were commenting and saying, "Christ, Argentina don't look up for this tonight." Like, they were getting beat fucking 20 points to 3, and I thought, "What's going on?" And then all of a sudden, they got 2 quick fire tries in the towards the end of the first half, and absolutely went fucking berserk in the second half. And there was no answer. Like, Australia threw the towel in, to be honest. In the last 15, 20 minutes,
I agree with you, Mike. I agree with you. It looked like
it looked really bad now.
Yeah, it looked like they didn't want to be there. But listen, I'm gonna put this point to you, Matt. Just a comment. I'll just throw it out there, right? And because Matt, you mentioned it earlier about the most popular sports in Australia, right? I have it here. In preparation for tonight's show, because I am that sort of professional, So, all right. So we have.
Okay. Okay, Eddie. No problem, Eddie.
We have, Matt. I'll come to you on this. The top 5 sports in Australia are the AFL, the Australian Football League. Then you got Rugby League. Then you got soccer. Then you got cricket, and then you got fucking basketball, right? So they're the most popular sports in Australia. Rugby isn't even in the top 5. Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I know. There you go. Now,
and they're not great basketball players either.
No, what do they call their? Oh no, I'm thinking of the All Blacks. The basketball team in New Zealand is called the Tall Blacks.
The Tall Blacks, yeah.
Now, Matt, my point is going to be, they're the top 5 sports as I've read out. The population of Australia is just over 26 million people, and they're the top 5 sports. Okay, fair enough. The population of Ireland, the island of Ireland, is, I think, approaching 6 million, probably maybe just shy or maybe just above. I don't know.
No, just close to 7, I think, isn't it?
Close to 7, is it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, well, if you include Northern Ireland,
the island of Ireland.
The island of Ireland.
So, because they all play for the national squad, north, south, all that sort of stuff. So we have less than a quarter or thereabouts of the population, but we're holding our own. We're not even the most popular sport in our own country.
No, we're not.
With a fractile of the population of Australia. Yet we can hold our own on the world stage. We're currently number 2 in the charts, so to speak. Matt, is there anything you can say about that, or justify that, or reason why a country the size of ours and the population and the player pool that we have to draw from, as opposed to the likes of Australia, yet they just can't. Australia just can't seem to get it right.
At the moment, they can't. Yeah, that's just a loaded question. Like it's like saying how long is a piece of string, basically. Do you know what I mean?
It's the distance from the middle to the end.
As Ireland, as a nation, and the fact that rugby is not our top sport, I'm sure the GAA is up there ahead of rugby, but the fact that we've got really good provinces as well, I suppose, and a lot of interest from ground roots rugby as well. So there's a lot going on there. I don't know what it's like in Australia. I would imagine it's more, the school thing is more done with the Aussie rules or footy or whatever they want to call it. I'd say there's a lot of that going on there. So they probably don't have the grassroots rugby clubs that we have here. And I would imagine that's why we're doing better on that stage in that aspect, I suppose. You look at the top maybe 6, as you've said there, you've got NRL, which is Aussie rules, rugby league. You know, who the fuck plays rugby league? We don't even have a fucking rugby league team here. Do you know? I think it's...
We do, actually. We actually do have a rugby league team.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
They play themselves.
Yeah, we have a rugby league team.
And they play with themselves how many weeks
yeah,
a year?
I know, yeah.
What's the fucking...
I was going to say something rude there, Matt. They play with themselves, but one.
But like, do you know what I mean? Like, so like, and then you've got like fucking basketball and football, like 2 non-contact sports for fairies. I don't know what. What's the
You're getting in trouble now. You are.
I couldn't give a fuck. But you know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
It's clearly what's based in Australia is they're targeting Aussie rules. That's their sport. That's what they want to promote. That's what the kids want to play over there. You know. They're looking at rugby league rather than rugby union, and football and fucking cricket, like another fucking Wendy game. Jesus
basketball match as well. Basketball.
Look, non-contact. You can't even fucking touch a fella in fucking basketball and he'll fall over.
You know, there you go.
It's just as bad as football. Anyway,
all right. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, no. Good point. Claire Devlin, when you're finished blowing your nose there.
Sorry.
Any comment on this, that the whole Australia population, sports, player pool versus...
I agree with what Matt said there. They're probably not... When we had David Campese on, remember he was saying he wasn't even recognised walking down the street.
And that's madness. That is
madness for one of the best, and one of their best players.
He's a legend of the game and a Rugby World Cup winner, and he's not recognised down the street. That's fucking crazy. Like.
So I don't know if it's like what they have to do to get it in, like what way it works in the schools. Is it taught in the schools? Is it stuff like that? Like, let's be honest, we weren't always great at it. We've invested a lot over the years to get where we were. So is it the fact that Australia is not investing in the youth, that they're not investing in their young players, and that there's more investments in the likes of basketball or football or NRL or whatever else? But like they're holding the Lions tour, and the Lions tour is not going to be cheap for people going over. At this stage, like if someone said to me, you'd probably be going, like it's taken for that. They're coming over here in the November internationals, and the ticket is like 90 or 100 quid. I'd rather spend the 90 or 100 quid and go to the pub and watch it in the pub, because it's like, there they go again. You know what I mean? Especially if we're playing the way we are now, and they're playing the way they are now. You'd be kind of going, I'd rather stay in the pub. Like, and at that stage, you're kind of going, like, they need to look at something. Something needs to be done. And what that something is down to the ARU or whatever they're called to figure it out.
Yeah, true. You get a lot of vodkas and coke and spice bags, Claire, for...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, not really that well. It depends on where you're drinking.
Well, this is
depends where we're drinking the vodka and cokes. I mean,
would you be drinking in the Shelburne bar?
No, definitely not. A lot less your boy, Mr. Burke.
No problem.
Then I'd be drinking there.
Then you'd be doing. Oh yeah, I don't think you get a spice bag in the Shelburne bar though.
You never know. You'd be surprised. It's a delicacy. It's a delicacy.
Yes. Okay.
Can I just going to come in there for a second, right?
Go on.
I just want to make a point as well, right? Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm fucking pulling this out of the air, but right, we had 2 coaches for Leinster, both Australian coaches. So Michael Cheika before Matt O'Connor, right? But they were kind of instrumental in building starting the grassroots rugby thing here in Ireland. So it looks like anybody, like the coaches are actually leaving Australia to go and coach and coach other countries, because they've definitely put the groundwork in here to start that whole grassroots thing and academy school and all that sort of stuff going on in our system now. And it's only flourished from then on. So not even the coaches want to fucking coach rugby over there, but it looks at things.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, before I ask your opinion, Shirley Thornton, ever the professional. Thanks, Shirley. And thank you for joining in. Joe Lyons, Tongan, Fijian, Samoan, all no longer heading to them. They are choosing league or staying put. This was a massive hotbed for the Aussies, but the Islanders, SP players are deeply religious and their beliefs simply don't sit well with the ARU's direction on diversity. Israel Folau pops into the head there, Joe.
But he got that. Well,
it's all on. It's tough to balance, but when you are competing with AFL league and other leagues globally, they see other options. Yeah, good point, Joe. Good point. Go on, Claire. Are you going to say something there? Claire's frozen. All right. Joe Lyons again. Ireland has an underage system. Schools based Australia don't. They rely on SP players or club players. Ireland don't really appreciate how good our ground grassroots system is. Okay. Is Claire gone? Is she?
She's her picture is still there, but
yeah,
she seems to have.
Bev for laughing. Thanks, Bev. Thanks, Megan. Joe, what would be great would be to keep the Lions tour, but make it a Sanzar team and play the games in Australia. It would be huge. Yeah, true, Joe. Yeah, true. Right, Mike, your thoughts on this this thing, but the golf.
It's actually
golf.
Oh, it's a massive gulf, and the worrying thing is it seems to be getting bigger. No, as far as Ireland are concerned, it amazes probably every other nation in the world how well we do. And like, lads, we are overachieving, if we're honest, because it's only the fourth sport in Ireland. Like, and if you think you were given everybody wants to play AFL, everybody, like every county in Ireland has a Gaelic football team and a hurling team, so they're the 2 biggest sports in Ireland, and soccer is probably third. So it's amazing how well. Ireland have only 180 rugby players, professional rugby players. And like, they're all fairly elite, if we're honest. It looks that way at the moment. Lads, back in the 90s, we were fucking dreadful. Let's remember. Yeah. From the late 80s until this century, we weren't fucking good. And we seem to have we got our act together during the professional era. And the IRFU have done an amazing job, and they're using the schools, like the so-called fucking private schools, whatever you want to call it, but they're using it in a good way, and they're getting the benefits. We're getting the benefits from it, like, because we've done quite well in the last two under-20s World Cups, and we almost won 3 Grand Slams, under 20 Grand Slams in a row. Like, so we have players coming, like, in the pipeline. The Southern Hemisphere don't, which is going to be a bit of a concern for them, I would imagine. It's hard to see a light at the end of the tunnel for Australia, to be honest. And the Lions tour could be a washout. Let's be honest. Everybody was raving about Gatland in the last Australian Lions tour because we won. I could have picked the fucking thing to win the 3 tests, and I'm not kidding about that. I thought he was fucking dreadful, so I did. And he was lucky that was the worst Lions opposition I remember in 50 years. And we only beat him 2-1 in over a 3-test series. And if we don't go out and beat them 3-0, we may as well fucking give up. I'll tell you that.
All right,
but I know it's a year.
Jesus, fucking Buzz Killington here. Is that all right? We're killing your
I
fucking
know.
all right.
No, I'm just saying. I do think that the Lions will go out and absolutely macerate them. They may have to do something like you suggested about maybe join up with fucking New Zealand or something and have
that was
something like that, because
that was Joe Lyons.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sure. Sorry, can I just say something? Surely makes a great point there. Sometimes when you're at the top of the game, young players feel they won't reach those heights, so do a different sport.
Yeah, good point. I was about to read that out, Claire. Yeah. Good point,
You
Shirley.
stole the fucking thunder again, Claire.
Oh, sorry. Me stealing Peter Thunder, never. Who would have guessed that?
Would you fuck off? I don't have any fucking thunder. Would you fuck off?
Yeah, it must come out of your mouth sometimes.
Joe Lyons, I keep the comment section going. Of course, I
There's
have
nothing
nothing
else.
else. I have nothing else. Good man. Thanks, Joe. Bev and Marie. Bevan, we have. Hold on. Don't have my glasses on. We have a real chance to win a World Cup with these lads coming up at the minute, but seems like the other teams may end up disappearing. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
hope
okay.
not.
Catherine Keegan, hi Catherine. A lot of rugby to be played in the Rugby Championship, etc., before the next British and Irish Lions tour. True. Shirley Thornton, thanks, Claire. Oh my God, Shirley, don't be a lick ass. Now,
Thank you, Shirley.
Come on now, Shirley.
Get a room, you two.
No, whichever stuff. Now, come here. Now, Matt. I'll go to Matt and Claire first because they are the other two Leinster fans on this panel alongside myself. Matt first. Snyman injured again. Waste of fucking money or what the fuck? Jesus.
I'm sick of talking about this lanky.
I know.
Misery. I swear to God, I didn't want him in the first place. I didn't even want him to go to fucking Munster, to be honest with you, and I definitely didn't want him to come to Leinster. The biggest waste of fucking time. He's probably played very little he has played very little for Munster in the fucking 2 or 3 years he was there. He's going to do the same for us, and then he's just going to fuck off back to South Africa. Let him fucking go. Just fucking send him on his way. Good luck to you.
All right. Fair enough. Thanks, Matt. Short and to the point, which I like. Claire, Snyder, a lot of bollocks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if he ever gets into a Leinster shirt, that would be, well, we seen him in the Leinster shirt. He was all over the social media pages. Whether we actually see him on the pitch is a different story. But I heard it's more so not rugby that he's here. It's his wife. It's to do with his wife and her career.
Dara Weston was saying that last week. She's
doing an accountancy degree.
Yeah, and she has to finish it here. Like, so, he actually wanted to stay in Munster, but Munster didn't want him, so we got him.
Do you blame them for not wanting him?
No, it's not that. But I don't think it was a rugby choice that made his thing. It was just like whatever Ireland team are taking me, I'll go to, and we just happened to be the swords that took him. Yeah, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that like he's supporting his wife and all, fair play to him and well done and all that, but just kind of we're the ones numbered with him, and I hope he aces her in college.
Well, I think Claire and Matt and Mike, before I come to you, I think that the saving grace for Leinster Rugby or the Paymasters is that he's on this. We've said this before. He's on this pay
as you play
game, pay as you play. Yes, type setup. Which is something, I suppose. Mike Reedy, Snyman.
Well, I think my opinion on this is fairly well documented, you know. So, but lads, he epitomizes.
He's a mercenary. He's a mercenary.
He actually epitomizes. He epitomizes the term, you know, because he's played less than 20 matches in 4 years for Munster, you know, and he's played almost bar these ones he's missing just now. I think he hasn't missed any South African game in the same period. There's a common denominator there, lads, and it's not fucking because he wants to play his trade for a club in Ireland. It's because he wants to get paid. There's no money to be made anywhere else, only Ireland and France at the moment playing rugby. So
Japan as well.
Well, Japan, yeah, but that's the kind of another fucking Qatari situation, you know. You go there, or Or it's like Saudi Arabia. These footballers going to Saudi Arabia when they don't want to play anymore, just want to get money, which is fair enough. Good luck to him. But he's not done. He hasn't done that. And Kitsoff was the same when he played last year, or when he didn't play, should I say?
He was fucking shite, Kitsoff. He was the worst.
No, Snyman has done very well when he's played for Munster. He has played very, very well. And if Leinster can get, I can see him only getting 5 matches out of him.
Mike, when I've said this, like, there's no doubting the guy's credentials as a player. No doubt.
Yeah.
He's a great player when he plays. I said this in the fucking post. No doubt about it. But I think it was a mistake for Leinster to sign him. Because how many fucking minutes on the pitch are you going to get out of him? This is the thing. Like this.
Probably stop.
And plus the fact. Sorry, Claire, one sec. Plus the fact. We don't fucking need him. Leinster don't fucking need him. Is the thing.
No,
folks.
Ross Maloney should be still there. Might still be there if he wasn't. If he wasn't signing.
Possibly.
No, listen. The big problem I have with players like Snyman is he's possibly going to take the place of an Irish fucking qualified player during some games. No, Leinster already are over
because he's not going to be there enough.
Listen, if he's fit to play, he'll probably fucking play. It's as simple as that because he's a very good player. But that's no use to Irish rugby as far as I'm concerned. That's everybody thinks I'm fucking wrong about this mercenary thing. It's purely they're not benefiting the game of rugby in Ireland, the national team, and everything is for me is the national team.
Mike, we don't think you're wrong. We fundamentally, I suppose, agree with your position. It's just we slag you about it, and we get great.
I know, yeah. I don't mind, like
we get great enjoyment slagging you out.
we do.
No,
same way I just great enjoyment.
Sorry, anyone? Okay, all right.
I was going to say, same way as I get great enjoyment putting over Peter Burke.
Yes, there you go.
I beg your pardon.
Okay, our colleague in arms, Dara Weston, has posted something. I put it up there a minute ago. I took it down because it was blocking everyone because it's a long thing. Excuse me. Here, does someone want to read that? Because I can't read it.
Yeah,
right, let's put Irish rugby into perspective. Kieran Fitzgerald and Keith Woods couldn't buy a win at Twickenham or Paris under their captaincy. Bod got a few wins in Twickers and some wins in Paris, but the best and Sexton era won more than they lost. It's been a slow evolution, but we've been trending upwards for a long time now. Let's not mention the Rugby World Cup. Fair enough, yeah.
We don't talk about the war. We don't talk about the war.
No, thanks, Sarah. I hope you're enjoying Portugal.
Yeah.
No, he's only packing, isn't he? Or is he?
No,
No, he's there. He's there.
Oh, he's there. Okay.
He's there in Portugal on holidays and watching this. He needs to get his head examined.
Joe Lyons, AB's won 4 of the first 5 under 20 World Cups. They have. Oh, I can see this one now. I don't know why the font keeps changing here. I couldn't read Dar's one. The one final in the last 5, and that was 5 years ago, I presume. Not in the final since. So the number of players coming through is not.
The number of players coming through is not there. Yeah.
Okay, Alan
That's
Gorman.
true.
They were warned in Dublin regarding sick note. Yeah, that's true, Alan. That's true. Yeah. Here's Shirley agreeing with you, Matt. Shirley Thornton agrees with Matt, whatever Matt said there. Dara Weston, Mike Reedy, read out Dara Weston's there because whatever
right.
Dara comes up, I can't see it for some reason.
Right, Snyman will not be a Nathan Hines or Rocky Elsom figure. He'll be a massive experience to the medical team, though. His wife has 1 year left on her accountancy exams. Yeah. So Jacques gave him a dig out and brought him up to Dublin.
Yeah, I knew something like that. I thought it was law or something she was doing, yeah.
I'm sorry, lads, but they're not a fucking Leinster aren't a nursery, are they, for fucking...
I know. There's Joe Lyons. No, I can see... Sorry, Claire, hold on one second. I can see Joe Lyons' comment there. Paddy Perry would play the autumn series for the Saffas. Or for Leinster in the 2024-2025 season. It's an event evens at the moment. Okay.
Dara has you blocked. He just didn't. Dara has you blocked. He just didn't tell you. That's why you can't see it.
I see. Right. No, it's the print when Dara's. I don't know what it is.
He has you blocked. That's what I'm telling you.
Cheers, Megan.
Here we go. Thanks, Megan. Bev Anne Marie, Simon is a waste of money and time. Leinster have enough locks to go on without hiring others who potentially won't play and will keep getting injured. Surely after so many injuries, you would be like, maybe it's time to call it a day. Bev and Marie, I totally fucking agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Let's be honest and call it what it is. It's jobs for the boys.
Yeah, true.
It's jobs for the boys. Jack is helping Simon now because they need to stay in Ireland for another year so his wife can finish her degree. Well, whatever, well done, run the wife. But that's jobs for boys.
Yes, totally agree, Claire. Totally agree.
And I really hope I am wrong, and I really hope that like we're sitting here in 6 months' time going, Jesus, do you remember us saying sick note you wouldn't be on the pitch? And he's after blowing us all out of the water, playing amazingly and hasn't been injured.
Claire, I said
whenever it happens.
I know, but I said in the post I could eat my words. If he helps us win a final of sorts, I could be sitting here with my size 9.
Hold on. Simon will end up on all the season ticket holders' money if he's on pay for pay.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Alan Dorman, Japan will be his next stop. Yeah, you're probably fucking bang on, Alan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, one last comment before we move on. Catherine Keegan, considering the forwards Leinster have allowed leave, orgy was needed. Okay, right.
I don't think he was needed at all.
No, I don't. I don't. We didn't need him. Claire, Dave, now go to you first. We're not going to stay long on this. Just a brief comment. Stuart Hogg arrested again.
the gift that keeps on giving. That keeps on giving.
He was arrested again, Claire, for stalking on his way to
court for stalking.
For his hearing for stalking. Jesus Christ.
Okay, this is the man that was retiring from rugby to spend time with his family, which was his wife and his very pregnant wife, were giving birth to their 4 kids. Turns out he wasn't retiring for that. He was shagging someone else. And just after she gave birth, he disappeared and told off. Whatever happened. And he keeps talking to his wife. And it's just like, you're the idiot that threw it all away. Apparently he was with his wife for years and all that. But you're the idiot that threw it away. So now that she has realised her worth, what are you doing, like, going stalking? Like, what do you think? Do you think standing outside or doing whatever he's doing is going, oh yeah, I love you and I'm coming back to you? No, it's not. It's going to make her hate you more. And I think at this stage, someone, and I don't know whether it's Scottish Rugby Union because he's not involved with them or Montpellier, needs to kind of make a comment on it because it is stalking is not it's not a lot. Like, I know we're sitting here and we're laughing about it, saying he was done stalking on it. It's a serious criminal offence, and it can kill people. Like, it does kill people that have suffered with it. So I believe Montpellier should, and that's my personal opinion, I don't know, but I believe Montpellier should make a statement on it. And I believe Scotland Rugby should as well.
All right. Matt, any thoughts on this? I know you're not particularly fond of Stuart Hogg, like myself.
Now, I think he should be stood down by Montpellier as effective immediately. I don't think he should have ever been fucking signed with all the shit going on. And the fact that he's getting arrested again, it should be just fucking tear up his contract and go fucking good luck to you, pal.
Bringing the game into disrepute, isn't that why Stephen Reese's contract was torn up by contract? Because he done something to his, and he's still married to his wife, but something happened. It's
as you said, Claire, it's bringing the game into disrepute and behavior. These are professional sportsmen and women, and whether or not they're on the pitch, they have a duty to their team and their club and to their sport to be respectful on and off the pitch. And if he can't do it in his private life, he shouldn't be playing fucking rugby. And that's my thoughts on it. He should be fucking stood down, contract terminated. Good luck to you. Fuck off back home and enjoy yourself.
I would love if Bevan Parsons stalked me. I just think that'd be Great.
Jesus, you can't be saying that on fucking national television.
That's not going to happen.
Television. Jesus,
That's
Mike, calm down there, will you?
that's it's definitely.
You're in trouble
I mean,
now, Burke.
That's definitely not.
Listen,
Bevan, I apologise profusely for the weirdness that is Peter Burke. Apologies.
If we were
It's
on
not
national
weird, I
TV,
just-
we'd have been
anyway.
shut down long ago.
I know.
Yeah.
No, we wouldn't.
Oh no. They get Donald Trump on national TV. We're not that bad.
Mike Reedy, what are your thoughts on this? Now, you are living in Scotland. You're close to.
He's not. He's getting no fucking sympathy over here. I'll tell you that. Lads, it's a massive own goal for Montpellier, as far as I'm concerned. Lads, you want all these guys, whether they like it or not, are role models for future generations, and he is no role model. He's an absolute fucking disgrace, and it's embarrassing that any club would take him on. To be honest with you. Now we had something similar here a couple of years ago, and which we won't talk about. But anyway, I'm sorry. He's burnt every bridge he's ever fucking crossed, and he should be. What Matt said is exactly right. They should tear his contract up. He's given them license to tear the contract up.
Can I just say something? And it's just to say, like, I don't know, she probably won't listen, but by God, his wife, ex-wife, is some strong woman for the shit that she's putting through, and she hasn't come out with any statements or and hasn't even like put him down in the paper or said that, and like, because if it was me, it'd be fucking he's a this, he's that, he's there. She has respect for herself and for her children, and he's the idiot that's doing it. So just fair play. I just like women's living all that, fair play to her.
I actually, Claire. No, fair play. A good point, Claire. And Mike and Matt. I actually.
She's the victim in all of this. She is the victim in all of this.
But you know what? I actually think there's something genuinely wrong
in his head.
In his head.
Oh, there's fucking has to be. It's not normal behaviour.
There's something not going on there. Anyway, a couple of comments.
Right, Dara has put on one there. This is in reference to Snyman. Maybe whichever one of Easterby's is running Leinster is on a promise to get a job as head of the SAFA Rugby Union, and that's why we signed Snyman. Well, I don't know. I'll leave that to you, Leinster lads, to make that decision. And Joe Lyons has said, Martin. Yeah. Oh, do you want to read Joe Lyons' one then?
No, go on. Go ahead. Okay,
Martin Maloney. Ross Maloney, or no, it was Martin Maloney off to Exeter, where he's formed a combination with Jack Dunn. Both let something or other. He doesn't finish it.
Both let go from Leinster. Both of them are let go from Leinster.
Okay.
Not this bad.
Megan, yeah, okay.
Megan, it was Megan.
Go on.
Yeah, sorry, just Megan.
Right, Darrell Weston has said.
Right. Oh, okay.
Montpellier allowing him to miss training to go back to Scotland to attend his court case is a sad reflection on French rugby. 100%, Darrell Weston, you're right.
I did make a comment in our group chat yesterday when whatever day it was about, and I was like, the comment is it's French rugby. They seem to have lower. They have lower standards of moral. I don't know if it's moral standards, if you want to call it.
Absolutely moral. Yeah.
They have lower moral standards than other rugby unions seem to have.
Yeah. Okay. There's Megan Augusta again.
Also, he's violent too. I've heard lots of prickle. Now we can't be jury and executioner, so hopefully, Megan, it will all come out in court.
Okay.
Lads, do you know what my opinion? In my opinion, this fucking clown has got too much. Has got too much fucking time already.
That's why I wanted to point out to the wife, and I don't know her name, but she is the one that deserves all the stuff for this. He shouldn't be talking about it. It should be her. I mean, and that's it. I'm sorry. That's my take on it.
Okay, Claire, do you want to read out Bev Anne Marie's? Sorry, Matt. 1 sec. What's Bev Anne Marie's
Rufus McLean got sacked for more or less the same thing. White Hands Hog gets the same treatment.
True, yeah.
Joe Lyons, he's a scuzz bucket. That's one way to describe him, Joe.
Good man, Joe.
Yeah.
Catherine Keegan. Agrees.
You should agree, Matt. You shouldn't be in the game at the moment. Yeah. I think. I'm sorry, and sorry. I'm just gonna say we'll end on this because we're giving the prick too much time actually talking about him. It's he shouldn't be in the game. He is, but the decent ordinary folk know what scumbag he is. So that's
okay.
So, and we move on to this.
Okay. Moving on. Matt, I want to come to you first on this. Peter O'Mahony has no secret. He announced it a while ago. He is retiring next. I think this is last season. He said, "Who's the natural blindside that's going to take over?" Considering now we have Baird, Prendergast, DeHern. Who's going to slip in there? We have a few. We have a decent back row options.
Yeah, 100%. We've like you've said there, that list there is already people that are able to play in blindside. But remember, was it one of the South Africa games? O'Mahony was off and Mike Burns got back from the second row and he played blindside.
Yeah,
and
he did in the second game. Yeah,
he had a fucking great game that day from blindside. So like Tadhg is I think he's a great fucking player. Whether he's playing in the second row or whether he's playing in the flanks, he's fucking phenomenal. And I think he would be a good replacement for blindside. Probably ahead of what you've the list you've said there. Good players as well, but at this moment in time, at the level, I think it's Tadhg. In terms of the captaincy, I think it's definitely going to be Caelan Doris to take on and continue with the captaincy instead of Peter. But Tadhg, it's very hard to look past him after that performance he did again in South Africa in place of Peter O'Mahony. So that's who I'd be putting in there at this moment in time.
Yeah, and you know what, Matt? I met Caelan Doris. They were training down in Gorey last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. And he's a lovely fucking guy.
Bought him a point in the airport in New Zealand.
He's a lovely guy. There's no airs or graces about him.
Sure, I met him.
You're fucking Mayo, man. Sure, what do you expect?
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, go on, Matt. What were you saying?
Sure, I met him myself. I had a coffee with the chap.
Oh,
that's you did, yeah.
You heard about that, don't you?
So
you see, I don't meet any of these lads. I don't meet any of these lads, do I?
To be fair, actually, Dan Sheehan bought my coffee, so if he's looking, Dan, I owe you a fucking coffee. So next time you're about.
Dan Sheehan, also another a lovely fellow as well.
Lovely chap,
Anyway, Claire, on to you. With Palm retiring, Matt was saying Tadhg for blindside, number 6.
Yeah, but he's getting on in age slightly. No, he's not that old, but still
a few years left.
How old is Tadhg?
30, I think, 29, 30.
Yeah, I think he's about 40. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How old is Peter O'Mahony?
He's only about 33 or 34. Is he always 32?
He might be 34 now.
I think he's about 40.
Yeah, he might be 34, I think.
Yeah.
But would you have Tadhg as a step in, straight in, take the jersey, off,
take the jersey, Burn takes the jersey, but then knowing that someone else come behind. Did someone say a Herm? Did I hear a Herm being mentioned there?
I said a Herm.
Yeah.
Peter O'Mahony's 34.
34. Google, God bless Google. What did he do before Google?
Tadhg is
32. It's 32?
Tadhg is 32.
Okay, so there you go. It would be for a year, but then we have to go again and bring Thomas. Hearn is good.
Yeah,
he is actually.
He's actually very good. Yeah, and he's only young as well. He's like very young.
Yeah. Okay, Mike Reedy.
But everyone is very young to me at this stage.
Hello, how are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm Reedy, saying nothing.
There you go. Yeah. Mike Reedy, your thoughts on this? The Palm replacement.
Well, like Matt said, Tadhg is the natural replacement just now, but we have to be thinking more long term. There's another guy who came into the picture there to go to South Africa is Ichuku. If
Yeah.
Ulster if Ulster
Cormac-
decide to play him at 6 this season, he could be in the frame because he looked absolutely amazing for the last couple of Ulster games. Tom Ahern, very injury prone. Baird then is probably could be next on the line, and I think Prendergast is more a 7 than a 6, but I'm sure he could alternate. You'd like to think Conan could be a possible 6. He played 6. He played a 6 match for Leinster, by the way, and he fucking was a lot better than I'd ever seen him before in that position. I don't like taking Caelan Doris out of the 8 short.
Conan's he can play 6. Not a 6.
Colin's age is against him as well.
Yeah, I know. I think. I mean, I've noticed that when Caelan Doris doesn't play 8, he doesn't play as well. So he's fucking 8's his position, by the way, and he's so good at that. Yeah. I think it's wrong to take him to accommodate anybody else by putting him in a different position. I would say Tyke Byrne for this season, and he might even. He's 32, 35 by the World Cup. He's going to be too old for the World Cup, probably for a 6 anyway. You might get away with that in the second row still.
He'd be a bench player, Michael. Bench player, yeah. A damn good player though, Byrne. I like him.
Fucking exceptional player.
And there's against for mess up. There was against for mess up big time.
Yeah, all right. All right, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, we don't talk about the war. That's another war that we don't talk about. There's loads of wars we don't talk about.
Yeah, no, we do. We're not going to mention that. Anyway, okay, folks. Moving on again to our next subject. I asked the question, and I got a great. We got a great response from this. And I asked it. The post was to name your top 3 Irish rugby players, pre-pro era and whatever, just of all time. It doesn't matter if they were amateur or they were professional. And I was very interested, and the reason I was asking the question was I was intrigued as to how many people would mention the amateur era players as opposed to pro era players. And as the comments were coming in, I was totting up who was mentioned, who was all this numbers and all this sort of stuff. And there was 3 players who were consistently mentioned. And I was what's that, Claire? Claire, I'll come to you first on this. The 3 players that most people said, Claire, if you can name them, go ahead. I'll buy a vodka and Coke. If you can name the 3 players. 2 of them, Willie Joe McBride and Bod would be 2 of them. No. Sorry, you got one. You got one.
Okay, that's it. That's the only 2. That's just thinking in my head.
All right, go on.
I'll tell you the 3.
Hold on.
Yeah, you were probably involved.
Matt.
All right, Matt Boland.
I was not. I wasn't involved with it at all.
Hold on, Matt Boland. Could you name the 3 players that were most commonly mentioned as our group members said that they were their top 3 Irish players of all time?
Well, Bod is definitely one.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I would say, I'd say Ollie Campbell maybe was a second, and maybe Paul O'Connell.
2 right.
Fuck you.
Mike Reedy, go ahead. The top 3 players.
Brian O'Driscoll, Paul O'Connell, and Jonathan Sexton.
There you go, good man. There you go. That's the 3.
And I didn't pick him though, but I picked Mike Gibson instead of Paul O'Connell. For me.
I'll tell you what now, Mike. Honourable mentions are to Jackie Kyle, Willie John McBride, Mike Gibson, Ronan O'Gara. They were I would have said Fergus Slattery and Willie John McBride as honourable mentions for me. Willie
John McBride.
I don't remember Jackie Kyle playing, or I don't remember Jackie Kyle as old as I am, or even Tom Kiernan for that matter. I don't remember him playing either. But I remember. I saw Willie John McBride, Slattery, and Mike Gibson play several times for Ireland and live. Like I was at games in Lansdowne Road back in the day.
But you're on your age now, Mike.
Yeah.
Well, I was 62 fucking a few days ago, so that's the age
Happy
I am.
birthday.
So you go.
Yeah. When Jack Kyle was playing, I wasn't even a sperm in
neither
ball sack.
Yeah, neither was I.
I don't know if I don't even know if he played in my fucking lifetime, to tell you the truth. He may have. When did he finish playing?
I've no idea. But he was
he
a
played in the
player.
fucking 50s.
I've seen videos of him playing. He was a fucking great player. Okay. Matt Boland, what were we doing? 55 minutes. We have 5 minutes left, or thereabouts. This call that it was another post that, and it was kind of discussed at a few people commented on it. The Lions tour to Australia. It was a newspaper headline that I saw. Why don't they change the Lions tour from Australia to South Africa, considering how shite Australia are at the moment? Now, it's not going to happen because logistics, money, planning, all that sort of stuff. Is there any reason, or hypothetically, we're talking hypothetically here because it's not going to happen, but would that have been a better tour? I think the last tour to Australia that the Lions did was 12 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's done in rotation. So
it is. Yeah.
4 years. It's
the last one was in South Africa.
Right? Simple.
Yeah, the COVID one. The COVID one was in South Africa.
On the merit of Australia in World Rugby right now, is it worth the Lions going? Probably not. Is it possible to change it? Absolutely not. There's just too much planning, investment gone in. There's everything. It's pretty much all arranged. So it can't be changed, and it won't be changed. Would I prefer the Lions to go and tour in South Africa? 100% I would. It can't be done. It's going to be a whitewash for the Lions. It'll be 3-0, no doubt. But yeah, look, there is merit in what they're saying, but it's just not possible.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. Yeah, I totally agree. Claire?
Yeah, logistically, nothing's going to happen. We can all say, yeah, we wish it was in South Africa, but it's not going to happen. They're planned years and years and years in advance. You know where, we know this one is this year, then 4 years later it's there, then 4 years later it's there. It's kind of way the seasons are planned. They're planned years. Same with World Cups. We're playing the World Cup in Australia in 2027. Yeah, they're shy. Oh, do you think maybe we should move it to somewhere else? Well, we should have got it anyway, but hey, sorry about that. 2031 World Cup is in the States. States are shy of rugby. Oh, should they be playing there? Let's move it somewhere else. It's planned, not even months, years in advance. Yes, I can see a point now. There may be a slight miracle in Australia. Rugby could bounce back in the next 12 months, and then we'd be sitting here going, we were wrong, but I somehow doubt it.
Oh, look, I'd love to be talking in 12 months' time and saying we were wrong, and Australia actually put it up to the Lions.
Yeah.
I hope it does, because there's nothing worse than watching a built-up
whitewash
that's been planned for fucking years, and it takes coaches and fucking coaches to pick a team and train a team of Irish, English, and fucking Scottish players to go down.
And Welsh.
Sorry. Forget about them. They're shit at the moment. There won't be any Welsh in there. But do you know what I mean?
You're in trouble. You're in trouble, by the way.
I wouldn't give a shite. A lot goes into that for them to go down, and you don't want them going down and have an easy fucking test game. Yeah. It's pointless. You want the best Australian team possible playing, and I really do hope that Joe Schmidt can do something in the short period of time to make it a good challenge. But we'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
And as a supporter, I wouldn't want to have booked my Lions tour when it was announced and put my deposit down, because it's an expensive tour from this side of the world, really expensive. And now you're kind of going, yeah, I'm spending the guts of at least 15 grand going to the other side of the world to watch, and you're going for the whole lot. It's 30. And you're kind of going, yeah, kind of shit. I'm going to get down there and kind of go, yeah, was it the best thing I booked? Like then, yeah, I
Actually,
know he'd be script for a lifetime.
Claire, that's a good point you're making. Do you think this Lions tour or the next year's Lions tour, do you think it's going to be a sellout because of this?
It will sell out, but mainly because of the expats, like Australia's full of ours. When we went on the New Zealand tour, the amount, like, I think it was only 200 of us from Ireland that went, but every single game was a sellout. On the amount of Irish we met there, the amount of Irish that came over from New Zealand to watch the tour, the amount of people in New Zealand that travelled. So you may get
justify that price. How can they justify that?
Oh, I don't know, but that's not. I want to be on a private jet. Like I seen a thing for a 3-day package to one of the matches, which was just your hotel and your match ticket with no flights, 3.5 grand.
That's just
for three days. 3 days in Australia. It take me 2 days to get there and 2 days to get back.
That's absolutely. You look at the average wage here. You're saying like for the whole tour to go to the whole tour could be 30 grand. The average wage per year here generally is around 30 grand, 35 grand.
Yeah.
Who's going to spend that?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't spend that. There's no fucking way.
No, not a fucking chance, Matt. Mike Grady.
Even if I won the lotto, I don't think I would. It's a waste of money.
Well, if I won the lotto,
I'd make you go.
Yeah, okay. Mike Grady, this whole thing about changing it from it's hypothetical, So
that's a non-starter. Do you know, lads? I'd like to think. I'd like to think this might regenerate rugby in Australia. This Lions tour might actually be the catalyst for regenerating rugby. If it's not, if it doesn't, rugby is dead in Australia. That's what we're faced with, lads. To be honest, if this is the pinnacle of any rugby. They can fucking all talk about. I mean, South Africa love to go on about the World Cup. The fucking Lions tour to any of those nations is the pinnacle of their careers as well. There's no question about it. And lads, it's been going on for like several generations now. The Lions tour has been run for.
Yeah, true.
No, lads, the Australians weren't great. Like say 30 years ago, they were fucking poor enough then as well. They had, just a bit longer than that. No, longer than that. 40 years ago. They weren't good. They went through a lean period before, and it was kind of more South Africa, and before they got fucked out for apartheid. Then Australia came, and Australia had been very, very good. Now they're on a decline. I really genuinely hope this regenerates rugby in Australia, and it might do. And Joe Schmidt will push it as much as he can because it's a feather in your cap, like to beat the Lions. It is, and they all want to do it. So I don't see it happening right now. I can't see any.
No, I tell you, Mike. I think that it'll be a very different team, Australia team that lines out against the Lions first test. I think that there is a phase of rebuilding that all new coaches go through, and I think Australia are going through it at the moment. And I think it won't be the Australia team that ran out against Argentina last weekend, but I do definitely think it's going to be a very different team, skill-wise, play-wise, and all that are going to stand out. Because Joe Schmidt, as we all know, Joe Schmidt is a class coach, and he's not going to lie down and get walked all over. The man has
his attention to detail is fucking second to none.
Yeah, and he'll get that squad. He'll get that squad into shape for the Lions tour.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are over time. Sorry, Mike. We're over time. I just want to
as usual.
I've 6 or 7 more topics that we could have spoken about, but we leave it to next week. But I want to end on this. The Irish province to surprise this season and the URC. I don't know about the Heineken Cup, but certainly the URC. The province that is going to surprise you, and I'll tell you mine. I think Ulster are going to surprise a lot of people. Matt,
Yeah, I think so too.
Who do you think?
I would agree with you. I'd like to think that's the way. I would like. God, I don't know. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, look, yeah.
Are you mean surprise in a negative way or a positive way?
No,
positive.
Positive way. Yeah, no, look, but I think you're right. I think they will surprise us the most. I think.
Okay, sorry, a load of comments are just after coming through there. I don't know why they were stopped, but they're loaded.
Can we move on and talk about Finn?
Yeah, okay. Claire, what do you think about this? The team that's got the Irish province that's going to surprise you.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with you.
Oh my God, Claire definitely agrees with something I've said.
I know, and I didn't interrupt you either about it.
Okay, Mike Reedy, your thoughts on this?
I'm not sure it's going to be a massive surprise, to be honest, because the way Richie Murphy had him playing towards the last 6 or 7 games of last season, I'll be almost surprised if they don't push on this season. Now Connacht, they're a different entity, they're still in the doldrums slightly. So I'd like to see Connacht start to improve as well.
Yes, so would James Grennan, Mike. So would James Grennan, but you know what I mean.
I know. No, I want all the Irish teams to do well. I do. But
I know. Yeah.
But I genuinely think Richie Murphy could fucking do some serious damage, some serious stuff there with him, because he's got young players, by the way, and there's no better man coaching young lads than him. I think he has the right philosophy for all that. So I
tell you. Sorry, Mike. Go on.
No, I would see Ulster doing well. Yeah, I think they will. I think it'll be definitely a big improvement from last season. Anyway.
Jesus Christ! Everyone's fucking agreeing with me. What the fuck is going on here?
I know. Yeah, hell's freezing over. Hell's freezing over.
The roof is going to collapse here. Jesus Christ!
See the 4 horsemen in the pockets riding past your window in a few minutes.
I think that's just a halo you're wearing around. It's your week. You're 2 weeks in fucking Gorey or
2.5 weeks in Gorey. I love it. If I could, I'd move down there.
Yeah, for some reason they're just popping in now. All of a sudden, we apologise, people. It was Peter's technical skills that paused it by mistake, even though he doesn't know what he's done. Apologies.
No, they all came in. Now, anyway, okay, so we land on this. Shirley Thornton, Ryan Baird, Thomas Ahern on the bench. That's
Lewis's answer.
Lewis Thornton's answer. How are you, Lewis?
I like Lewis.
From Alan Dorman. Only airs and graces.
Only airs and graces for you, Borky.
Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree more with you. Jesus, would you stop
with the name dropping?
How was the name dropping? I don't know.
How was he fucking going out having coffee with Caelan Doris? See,
and having points with Caelan Doris.
Okay. Yeah. Palm, Alan Dorman. Palm is 35.
34.
34. Jesus Christ! I didn't even see half of these.
Decent movie, the man.
Yeah.
They weren't coming up.
They weren't coming up. No, they just all came through at one time. Even as a Leinster fan, Gleeson at Munster is a bloody phenomenal prospect. Yes. Danny Brosnan. Danny Brosnan. How the hell are you all been? Crowley, possible long-term captain, plus JOD, an option for Munster and Doris for Ireland. Yes. Okay.
Jack, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Yeah. Long
term. Alan Dorman. Looking forward to the naming of the Munster captain after Pete's win. I'd say, Alan, it's going to be Byrne. I'd say it'll be Byrne for 1 or 2 years.
Well, Tyke Byrne was the captain last season. Peter Manny stepped down as captain last season.
Right, hold on, fucking Nigel Farage. Kendall.
Well, I'm fucking just telling you.
Come on now. Donald Lenihan, Tony Ryan, Ollie Campbell. Donald, I'm not biased when I commentate Lenihan. Good man, Dara. Shirley Thornton. The list have been over the last 70 odd years. Yes, true. Very true. Surely. Darrell Weston. Oh, God, Darrell Weston. Jeez, he always fucking writes essays, Darrell Weston. He can't just give you 1 or 2 lines.
And he's on holidays at this stage.
I know, yeah. And he's sitting there fucking listening to us waffle on. Listen, if the Saffers went to go, I can't. Mike, can you read that?
Yeah, listen, if the Saffers want to go down and burst their World Cup bubble, then why not? The Lions just isn't just about the matches. It's a massive tourism bonus for the host country. There's enough people want to be bitten by poisonous snake. Oh, it's gone now. It's fucking you.
Sorry. Here, sorry. There you go.
By poisonous spiders and snakes in Oz for the tour to go ahead. Let's say I genuinely think it could be good.
Mike, can you read that one as well?
Yes, the last tour to South Africa was terrible. Also, given the number of Irish players that will be there, a South African tour would shorten their careers. Yeah.
The last tour to South Africa was terrible because it was COVID.
Yes.
Let's be honest, it was smack bang in the middle of COVID.
There's Bev Anne Marie.
I
like Matt's attitude. Okay, there you go. Matt, you got
right, lads, now
you've got your own wee fan club going there, Matt.
Hold on, Claire. Don't be giving out now. Hold on.
I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you, you're way over time.
No, as per usual.
Oh, who cares?
Megan Augusta, I think Ulster too. To be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing their.
Everyone is agreeing.
I know. It's unbelievable. Bev Anne Marie, I think Connacht are, especially in terms of. Excuse me, some of the lads who played in 2022 under 26 nations who won the game. Yes, hold on, Grennan.
Yeah,
here's Grennan. Look at Grennan.
He's there.
Go by, James Grennan. I think.
I hope you do, James. I hope you do.
I think you misspelled shocked. Hold on, and just a few more, and then we're done. Mike Sheedy, I think Munster will do the 2024-2025 season. Don't know, Mike. Catherine Keegan, if Connacht can keep Mac fit, I think they'd be surprised for the upcoming season.
Is he even fit? Is he even fit? Yeah.
I think he's going to start. I think he's. What didn't he come on in the preseason friendly? Darrell Weston, Burke, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Oh, fuck off, Darrell. Jesus.
I'd like to nominate you for Super Spring as head of press and PR. It's Burke's team in Wi-Fi.
Yes, there you go. Okay, right, that's it. We're done. Okay,
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, my thanks to Claire.
Oh, that's sorry, me. That's me you're talking.
Jesus, can I just sign off? My thanks to the wonderful Claire Devney, the magnificent Matt Boland, the ever-impressive Mike Reedy, and to all you who have commented, joined in.
Bye, everybody. Yeah, thanks to everybody for tuning in.
We'll see you next week. Take care.
All the best, guys. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Talk to you all soon, yeah.